The Ardella Mills Prizes were established in 1931 by a bequest of Maria Elizabeth Mills in memory of her daughter for excellence in literary composition, and we have them in 3 categories. In fiction, the undergraduate prize goes to the editor of the Campanil, Tara Nelson.
This is the Ardella Mills Award for Fiction. Sorry, I almost dropped it. And I won this award for a short story I wrote called Smoke Jumping that I wrote last semester in my advanced creative writing class. And then I revised for my thesis this year. So it's been a work in progress for quite some time, so it was kind of a nice reward. I started the story when I had a really high fever, so it started off as a fever dream. When I was working on this nonfiction piece about an actual smoke jumper that I know, and basically it's a story. It's written in fragments because I wanted to write it like memory, like how people remember things in fragments, and it's basically the story of these 2 characters meeting and sort of how their meeting each other impacted their lives, both directly and indirectly.
The Journalism Prize for Excellence in Reporting and Writing goes to Lawrence Saldana.
Here's my award I got. I apparently won $100, so that's cool. So I'm pretty sure that the story that won the award was the story that I wrote about the change of gender form at Mills, which was something that they enacted 2 years ago or something, but I wrote the story about it last semester. And so what's interesting is that I somewhat am not really bad-mouthing the administration, but it's pretty clear by the end of the story that the change of gender form is not really something that's accessible or useful to all trans students at Mills. So it's actually sort of somewhat of talking about the administration not really, lacking real resources for students who are trans at Mills. So that story won is pretty cool.
And the honorable mention for the Journalism Prize goes to Bonnie Horgos.
I submitted 3 articles, 2 which I wrote last year interning at the Santa Cruz Sentinel, and my 3rd was a profile that I wrote for the Campanil. Perhaps my favorite article that I submitted would have to be a profile on cowboys that I did as a preview for the rodeo in Salinas, California. I went to the rodeo a few days before it started when all the cowboys were practicing, and I just got to follow them around, see what they ate, see what they drank, how they lived, hang out with them at their trailers, and just spend a day with them and see a lifestyle that I might otherwise not ever get the chance to see, which is one of the amazing things about journalism. You can explore different people's lives, even if it's just for a day.